It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason. And it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration continues. We've got a great one for you. Between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. Leading the Vikings here, head coach Kevin O'Connell. These guys looking for a repeat of last week's win here. On the opposite side, that's Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. Scott and Brock, you were on the call with you today. Ball teed up and ready. And we're underway from Seattle. Return coming from the 6. Well, here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them in his pseudo-rookie season after that injury cost him last year. The 10th overall pick in our 2024 draft, J.J. McCarthy.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, you can't do it better than that.
Here's a design run. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Rick Woolen.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
This is Mason on 2nd down. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
He had it for a moment. First time this game they've looked to him. And now a 4th down, staring right at him. The Vikings getting their punt team out. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out to one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? Former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
If we had asked Sam Darnold coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Staying with Walker. He got mighty close, didn't he? But they marked him just short of the first. He's at the 34.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Running with Walker again. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no favor. I wanted to watch watch the damage he can do like we just saw.
And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Handoff to Walker from the gun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Darnold with it on 3rd and short. That pass is caught by Horton. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first. Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first point to this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
Walker on 1st down. Running down the left side. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Well, if I know running backs, Kate, I think I do from that seed that you just planted at the 1.
From the red zone on 1st. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Seahawks have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, it's Rondale Moore. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Kevin O'Connell getting his Vikings offense out for another drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody, and you know there's no escape. It can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Slot man in motion left. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Defense is roaring here. Back-to-back sacks have him in a great spot to end this drive immediately. On 3rd and long, it's McCarthy. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Intended for Josh Oliver.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. And that incompletion won't help.
On again comes Ryan Rice for another punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Now Darnold off the play action. It's caught. Barner. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. Now an inside give to Walker. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Torrey Horton, his intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Pitch dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. Brought in right side by Moore. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they just gave the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
He's not able to escape. The zone read doesn't work. It's going to cost him a couple of yards, too.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get to scheme about this 3rd down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of 1. 7-0 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They have it 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Well into this 1st half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column. Because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And he's been one who has wowed the league and made a lot of fantasy owners very happy, too. You can see he's leading all quarterbacks in passing here in November. So first down from the 41. They give up the gut to Walker. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down, and they go right back to it. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be second down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains in next week.
He gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
To the ground with Walker. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it second and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the gun, Darnold. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Intended target that time was Kenneth Walker. So now it's going to be third and long.
And 9 yards to go.
Third and long for him here. That one is caught. Horton has it. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
Gonna keep this one and go. And he's gonna be marked down a yard shy of that marker.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. One, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me, and I think many, scratching our heads.
He's going to keep this one. And this time he fights his way across for the touchdown. The Seahawks take a 13-0 lead.
I don't think that defense was ready for that kind of push at the point of attack. I think they were thinking outside run, play action, but they get gutted, and they get gutted right up the middle.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14.
14. Vikings, nothing. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Moore with a return. This makes it up to the 25. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done.
Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a before we can lock that in. Well, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. The Seahawks opting for a 5th DB nickel set for this 3rd down play. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And as we play through November, you can see that this hot start has continued. He's the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Here we go, set. Set.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Bails out of the pocket quick. Vikings bring pressure, and they got him. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Part of the reason this offense been humming today, been in such great rhythm and got this lead, well, they've protected themselves so well. Now they finally get punched in the face. And how do you adjust and how do you respond? Does it remain business as usual to stay out front, or can this defense finally get home?
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
Ivan Pace on the coverage.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. The Vikings taking the field on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. They give to Mason. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family, because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Is that QB and tight end? They got that ball out in a hurry.
Ryan Wright on to punt. Collects this at the 32. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold headed out for their next shot on offense. And his touchdown, another one for him this season, as he continues to sit among the NFL's best at punching it in himself this year. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. It's Walker on the give. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Trying to throw this from the gun. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Seahawks with the lead here at Lumen. All set now. 1st and 10. Play fake. Darnold. Finds Kupp once more. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw as you're about to get smacked.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Darnold to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation.
We go side.
And again, it's Darnold. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
At the 15-yard line.
We go side.
Darnold now to throw. Has room into the secondary. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Minnesota spends its 2nd timeout here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
On 3rd and goal, Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. It sails right through a beautifully placed football.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. The Vikings with the football here late in the half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off that deficit. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Look at that power, deep left side. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Seahawks get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running the back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
So Mike McDonald's getting his Seahawk offense out for another drive. They have time to look to the end zone first here before they send the field goal unit out. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Darnold. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Completes it again to Smith-Njigba. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Here we go, set.
Now Darnold. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Couldn't hang on to the interception, but the momentum's still on the defensive side here ahead of this 3rd down.
Go set.
Here he is on 3rd and short. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks get more points to end a lopsided first half. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. That gives him a marked distinction for this season. He's now up to 40 touchdown passes this year. And it's part of one of the more impressive campaigns that we've seen from an NFL QB. To add the PAT. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Seahawks make it a 24-point ball game.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Moore with a return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Design quarterback run here. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Our journey around the NFL in the AFC South. Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Hope you all had a very happy Turkey Day indeed as we wrap up John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend. Let's roll. and it's Tony Pollard. He'll take this one in from 2 yards out. Meanwhile, let's check in on the Dolphins. They're playing host to the New Orleans Saints. And this is Brandon Cooks. He's going to pull this one in, and then he sets his sights towards the end zone. It's going to wind up as a 53-yard touchdown. The Saints are going to wind up winning by 17. One more to show you real quick. It's over in Tampa, the Buccaneers hosting the Arizona Cardinals. And this is Kyler Murray. He gets this one complete, 6-yard touchdown pass. The Cardinals find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Here's Reichert, set to kick this away. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold headed out for their next shot on offense. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together finding the end zone. Third quarter is going to start with a run by Walker. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. 4 yards on that first down run, and you're 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Now Darnold off the play action. That's incomplete left side.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. A throw left side, caught by Smith-Njigba. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Running is Walker. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
The 50-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith-Njigba. And he's taken down at the 30. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Walker. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Working inside the red zone. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Coverage by Byron Murphy.
Throwing now off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
A loss of 5 on the play. It's 3rd and 15.
3rd and long for him here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard. Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. This only a chip shot from the right hash.
inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's going well so far. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. Kevin O'Connell getting his Vikings offense after another drive. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. We've set it down for him from the 31. Slot man motioned over. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
There's a nickel look by the Seahawks. 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he drives this into the pouring rain. That's fielded at the 46. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Go set. Reset.
They go with Walker here. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire, getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
This is Walker on 2nd. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Darnold with it on 3rd and short. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd, long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. It's going to be a tough one, 55 yards away. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And looking at the scoreboard, Brock, I think they can weather the miss there.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Vikings offense back to the field now. And coming off a 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. Punt team on the field. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. His work begins at the 31. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Throwing here, Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it.
He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Staying with Walker. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 20.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. To throw, here's Darnold. Short pass brought in. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
7-yard line.
Play fake, Darnold. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
2nd and goal.
Design bootleg here. And he'll score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks keep running away with this. Cooper Kupp, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Myers to add the PAT. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again.
34. Vikings nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Moore with a return. Making some progress here. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Vikings now set to take the field. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. McCarthy with a blitz coming. Made the throw as he was getting hit block, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Devin Witherspoon on the coverage.
From the gun, Jones gets it. Not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down.
Nick Emanwari on the start. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
To the air on 3rd and long. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Nearly an interception on that play. So that brings up 4th and long.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And they're going to take him down. That's a sack, and I'm not so sure that penalty marker is going to save him. This actually might be on the offense. Yep, already got the stop and the turnover on down, so they're just going to decline that penalty. We've set it downs from 37. On the carry, it's Walker. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who've got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Smith-Njigba there to grab it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, give him a chance to make a play. Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Myers' kick is good, and a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Moore with a return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. 1st down from the 42. Now McCarthy. He's in trouble now, and the ball is out. And that should be Seahawks football.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That second and third level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
So Mike McDonald's getting his Seahawk offense out for another drive. 1st and 10 from the 32. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, Darnold. Throwing this one back of the end zone. And that's incomplete. We've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? So they had the incompletion, but the defense decides they'd rather take the penalty and the yards and play that down again. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
3rd and long. Here's Darnold. He's got Smith-Njigba for the catch. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. It's a pickup of 26. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That's another Seahawks 1st down.
And again, it's Darnold. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So the incompletion on 1st. Here is 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
The give now to Walker. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra points set in through the rain. And the Seahawks continue piling onto this lead.
Vikings nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. Yeah, and if we're being honest, Brock, this game already over. It was a while ago, but still something for this offense to play for. They can try to avoid that shutout.
Yeah, it's kind of like a game, like baseball, right? You're looking up at that scoreboard, and you know it's impossible, but find some momentum, something good to build on for next week.
Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. From the shotgun, McCarthy finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag down. This could wipe that play away. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. McCarthy to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down. They're going to throw out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, do it through training camp, do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Now Darnold. Hits him on the out route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Third and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's going to be drugged down, it looks like at that 37-yard line. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
They're going to pass it here. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. 1st and 10, Darnold. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Here's Darnold. Going deep here for the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play.
Ward on the coverage.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Vikings get there. They're going to win this round. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
A 59-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Pretty big kick for him. Actually, a new season long. And when you do that, guess what happens? You're going to get called upon from that distance yet again.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Moore with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Running a screen now for Jones. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So it's a win for the Seahawks. And yet another challenger is vanquished as they continue to carry this undefeated season in November. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners as we say so long from Seattle.